Hi, let's talk about belting. I'm Renee Urbanovich. Are you a belter? Or do you think, no, my voice just doesn't do that. I don't have that strength. I can't do it. I have a soft voice. It's not part of my repertoire. No, I stay away from really belty songs. Well, if that's you, keep watching. Or if you are a belter and you get hurt all the time and get hoarse, listen, I'm going to show you what these great singers do. They know how to do it. Pink is the first person we're going to look at, and she's going to reveal the dirty secret of voice training. Let's listen. Did you hear that high note? That's really high. It's a G. And it's very heady. It's a true head voice note. It does not belong anywhere near chest voice territory. How is she doing that? You can hear how passionate it sounds, right? You can hear how strong it sounds. And it does sound like chest voice because she's so good at it. But see how she's not straining, and she wants you to know she's not straining. Let's watch it one more time. Take a look and listen carefully. She comes back down on clean in a huskier chest, but that top note, if you isolated it, might just sound like head voice, like here. She's tired, she doesn't add as much resistance, and it sounds like head voice. You hear all the head voice in that? I'm not going to expose her. I think she's great, but I want you to hear a good singer who's trained. She's not going to yell it just because she's tired. She's still in her proper voice, which is head. But when you're not tired, she's probably been jumping around or swinging on the yoga ball or the hoop. When you're really in good shape and you have all your faculties and you're not sick and you're not having an asthma attack and all of that, when you're in head voice, you can make it sound like chest. And this is revealing that. She is not in chest voice. Okay, now I want to look at the next one. I really want you to get this. I slowed it down. Do you hear all the head voice in the will and the come? In clean, she's back down into a sturdier chest. But the is head voice all the way. I slowed it down so much. Please tell me you hear it. It sounds like a whiny head voice. It is not chest voice. But when they return back down to a husky chest, they fool us when it's fast. You don't hear it when you don't know what to listen for. Back to this one. Let's see if you can listen to the real speed and the real excitement and don't be fooled this time. Here it is. Listen closely. A perfect mix with a ton of resistance and some bass in it to make it sound like she's belting. Gotta love it. And now we're going to look at Kelly Clarkson. Real quick, you see how on these Voice Teacher Reacts videos, I don't just react to the singer. I explain what they're doing and how they're doing it. And that's because at one time I was doing it wrong and I was injured. I developed nodules on my vocal cords and I had to learn how to do it right. So I became a teacher. I've been teaching for over 40 years and I've taught thousands of students. You will not become a better singer just by practicing wrong. That just reinforces all your bad habits. That's why I developed the magic method. It's for any singer who wants to sound better and feel better. It's a comprehensive 5-module course. It explains everything and gives you a method to get better immediately. This will change your life. Check out the link in the description. Now let's get back to the video. Kelly Clarkson fans like to think that she's belting. Oh, like she's giving birth on stage to her fans, but no, for her fans. But no, she is not belting. Kelly knows how to do it well, and she's had some hard times, and sometimes she starts getting hoarse and all of that. She's a perfect example of how important it is to keep your voice healthy. But listen to this. This is one of the hardest belt songs ever because it's relentless. So here we are in the really high part. holy heck, sounds like she's screaming. It feels like, oh, it's the highest note of the song. She's so good at it, and she's got that rolling vibrato to give it enough freedom to where you're just taken in by it. But it is not chest voice. Trust me, it is not chest voice. Okay, we're going to go to the next one. I slowed it down. Before everyone starts screaming, can you hear the head voice in that? Please, I hope you can. And now we're going to look at Renee Rapp. Renee Rapp is young, and clearly she can still use a heck of a lot of chest voice. But at the very end of the song, she is demonstrating this idea of mixing up high so that you don't drag your chest voice up too high and get hoarse. So that's rule number 1. Stop dragging your chest voice out of chest voice territory, which is usually for me and my students, B flat, B, C, maybe. Start mixing early, and your head voice can start to sound like chest when you add resistance and bass. There's exercises to help you do that. So listen to Renee Rapp at the end of the song. You're going to hear her, what people think is a belt. She's not belting. She's mixing using her head voice mostly. And you hear, once she's up there, then she slips it back down through the eye of the needle and gets husky again on the bottom. So that when it goes fast, you can be fooled. Now listen to this. I slowed it down. Okay, so when you slow it down, it's digitized, so it doesn't get the whole drony sound. But you can hear, it's very heady. She adds so much bass and so much resistance. She's so good at it. But then she slips it back down and she grabs more husk on the bottom so that when it goes fast, you don't even notice. You think the whole thing was chest voice. How'd she do it? I gotta go back.
Someone gets hurt.
Listen. You know what else she did? She's so good. And she's not straining, and she's not acting like she's straining. Because sometimes rockers and stuff, they act like they're straining because they'll get a better reaction from their audience. But she is also skipping a couple of consonants so that she can get that sound out without having a blockage, like someone. So you can go back and listen to it. She's saying someone. And sometimes I call those slurred words because we don't want to have to reposition the chords, and we don't want that blockage of air when we're flowing nicely. These people have all these little devices, and they work really hard on them, and I teach them. I don't really sing like that so much anymore, but I give them so much credit. They work so hard, and you need to work hard too if you want to sing these demanding songs, or you will hurt yourself. And I talk about that in my course. I did wreck my voice at one point, which is why I'm a teacher, which is why I'm obsessed with everyone in my world and outside of it to learn how not to belt. Do not wreck your voice. I will give you a list of people that have had to have surgery on their vocal cords because their music is too hard for them, and that they've wrecked their voice and they've gone flat and they've canceled concerts. I'm not going to make the list right now, but so many people cannot manage the demands that they write and that they have to do either on Broadway or on their concerts or whatever. And the ones that do manage it well, they're elite athletes. They're Olympians. They're amazing. So I'm trying to point that out to you, that if you listen, you will be able to hear from here on out. Any good singer going super duper high in what sounds like a belt is not chest voice. It's truly head voice, which means the head voice position of the vocal cords with very little air flowing through and a lot of compression and a little bit of bass or a lot of bass. They're masters at it, and they've had you fooled. If you've been sitting there practicing their songs, trying to belt, trying to yell, trying to reach those notes, just flip to head and get your head voice stronger and learn how to add bass and learn how to resist, which I will let anybody know how to do those things. I have a course, and it's all for you to learn these things if you're a singer. But from now on, don't be fooled, and you'll be able to hear it when you're listening to singers. You'll be, oh, I hear it. And maybe a select few can belt. They've got the vocal cords of a 12-year-old, little tiny, thin little bands. Anyway, thank you for joining me. I hope you learned a little something if you thought you couldn't belt, because you can. You can learn how to fake belt and not use your chest voice and use your mixing the resonances. And God, can you even imagine if you could sing that well every night, 7 nights a week, twice on Sunday, and not wreck your voice? It'd be great. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time.